Hi, my name is Janelle. I am the creator of Allspace. I am also a reprogrammer of organic computers, which is us as insects, reptilian, DeLoreans, um, Maria's biology, and the bovine of the animal queendom. So I want to explain to you a little bit about the human tree. In the ancestral tree. Now, this is the ancestry, right? Because it's Ancestry, which is a Y chromosome. Now, California has a thing called the Coordinated Entry System, which is the CES of the ancestry, but it's really ancestry. And I switched all us girls to a silent entry system, which is Ancestry, or you can use the Christian spelling, which is not even a K, it's a ch sound, it's trees, Chris, and we lost the 10 because of breaker 19 equals 10, and that is a convoy of an old CB breaking ants' antennas, like the Eminem song, tuning in a band antenna. So once you're in the knowing of that, and his mom, Deborah, and the knowing of the methamphetamines is a manifestation drug that infests our four Mother Earths in the shape of a dice. I don't have my notes here for that, but I want to move on from that. Just get that in your head right now. The paradise is over. It's the South Star, which is eight, right? Eight people. But in Adam and Eve, we weren't humans. We were insects in Egypt. So we were lied to. So it's called the Eightfold World, and it's four fathers and four mothers that don't want to be together anymore, want to separate. So in the ancestry, it is only in the ritual of marriage that the daughter is claimed by the father. That's by the father's name. So in marriage, instead of getting her mother's maiden vessel voyage name from her mother, she's given the father's name. Now, this mother line can go all the way back if they're not in marriage. So, like mine, Burke, the book, legendary magic book, the jujitsu book. I am the creator of this space. I've captured men's planets and destroyed them and turned them into the inanimate sands of times. See the word atom in there? So I turn them into the sands in the beach. That's how the sands are made, the hourglass. So here, the daughter is claimed by the fire, but this is false, as the daughter is his mother's chromosome, as girls have XX chromosome, and men and their father and son in the Bible and the Holy Spirit. See, men have an XY chromosome, and the father's chromosome is the Y, and the mother's chromosome is the X in there. So the daughter is not, in fact, is his mother, not his daughter. It is not his daughter until it comes out his wife. Now, if that wife is not married to him, he has no claim to that daughter. So, and in my opinion, being an X and D transition, born Eve, not a female. I am now a female. I have vagina down there and male on top, because that's what you look like on the inside. That's what men did to us. We're upside down, feminine male. So here we go. So the chromosome and the DNA, the father's DNA and RNA, which is an ape, right? An apex for the SOX9 at domain gonads, because we're organic computers. And the semen. Now I separated the girls, the X's, into the right testicle of the testament, and the boys, the atoms, into the left half of the testament. Okay, so the claim is on the title of the crest, which is Christ, It's how you say it in foreign language, because the I is an E, like it's in chi, like it's in China, like chai, but they say their name different completely because we're stupid over here with our language, like foreigner, like Cali, foreign, CN, foreign, yeah, okay, like diabetes, like demon, like a diamond, you say it wrong. Okay, so the claim is on the title of the crest of the sir or maiden name, maiden vessel name, which is your body. You register your vessel here in California, the Californication of the Eagles Peak, which is an enlightening in the brain because I erased men's mind. So it was too dangerous for us girls. So the vessel name, the daughter also has her mother's DNA and RNA, like a registered nurse or a midwife or a Claire, an enlightened one. Wow, right? Woo, Rihanna's video where she is in the knowing and has the alien technology. Because Anna, right? Elsa and Anna, Ellis Island. Okay, that's how you created aliens. This is her maiden name. So that's just her sage name. Like my maiden name is Burke. My mom's name was Colleen Lee Burke because I'm just calling myself back to myself because I made this world and this whole existence up. I beamed into it to save all of my girls from the men in the eightfold world, the forefathers, from the Bible, and from Soka Gakkai, SGI.org. So here, the beginning, the vessel or ship in which, now which is both W-H-I-C-H, witchy, and it's embedded with, imprinted with the W-I-T-C-H, right? Now, smart people think they spell wit, W-H-I-T, and there we go, witch. Okay, so the beginning of the vessel or ship in which she was given life in her holy vessel, like Marie, because I'm taking a Y off of Mary, right? Rosemary flower, right? You're a spice of life. You want spice girls. So, because we started this out as plants and insects and evolved. So the holy vessel or the holy grail in which she was born from, a cauldron, which is astrology, which is the womb, right? W, a double U is a double of a U, a single character, a womb. So that's a triple U. M, where the fuck is the B? It's not silent. I can fucking see it. Get the fuck off me. You ain't pollinating, stealing my babies. UFO identified by the flower's vagina. So when a son is born, he is usually given the father's name, unless born out of wedlock. See that lock right there? Like pole lock? Us girls aren't stupid anymore. That ain't gonna work. So the wedlock is the father capturing the name of the daughter because when he thinks about his nuts, he thinks about his daughter, but really it's his mother's X, right? His Sox 9. That's our love potion number 9. It turns into 96 mode and it separates them. So the lock is in the marriage of the carriage of the cauldron. Get it? So if you watched Cinderella, sinner, you're a sinner from the Bible, born out of wedlock. You need to have the prince, da da da, and the stepsisters are fighting and blah blah blah, and we're not stepping on any toes anymore as witches. So the curse of the marriage contract of man to claim possession over his mother's DNA and his wife's daughter board, which is computer terms, or her DNA to sell, discard, to marry off for money or a dowry, like a Dow Jones, like a stock market on selling girls for cattle, right? But my name's Oxygenelli Burke. I'm the original Earth, right? Birth. B-E-A-R-T-H. Birth. When you spell it right, then you know where you come from. So the man spelling is Dow, R-Y-D-G, right? Because the Y is on there from their chromosome, as in the Dow Jones. The family of the Holy Virgin or untouched maiden's vessel of family when we used to have diaphragms, right? Diagahonzone is a Gahonzone from SGI, from spiritual leaders, from the wise men, the 4 wise men, right? Because those men aren't just included. They knew, right? John Hancock, Will Smith, right? Sign our Declaration of what? Independence. Right, Johnny Depp, Rivera. So now, when you look at other stories, like here's one. Vladimir Putin is going to Anchorage, Alaska. Alaska again. Anchorage, an anchor. The Jesus, the Bible, the anchor. So now there is an old wise guy named Rasputin, right? A Russian word, Rasputin, meaning crossroad or the crux under the centaur, right? Because back when the animals shapeshifted into man and woman, but it's the centaurus, like a Taurus system. And it's even a lie to say that a Taurus is a bull because it's not. It's a longhorn bovine or reindeer, right? A turtle, mama tortoise in the desert, right? Maria Antoinette, you got to have cake, a dessert to shut up people in your mind. Now, the X in the road, previous meaning of the farmer's pitchfork. It's a fork in the road, right? Well, a fork don't look like that. A fork looks like this. So you're fucking dumb, man. See my fork? Does that look like a crossroad in the fucking road? No, it doesn't, dumbass man. So when you... Don't make me laugh. So the makes no sense. Yes, non-centaurus. Now, if you look at the Claires and their consciences, right? The hearing of voices inside and outside your head. The hearing, she talks to angels. They call her out by her name. Because heaven has the word eaves in it. The word leaves. See? Leaves. Heaven. Heathens? Yeah, we're heathens. All right. So with the arm too high, the arms of the plus sign, right? That is too high. They're hanging you out to dry. So the symbol, logo, signal, and the eating utensil, right? Now this is a pitchfork, right? Tuning forks have 2 forks, right? Tuning your piano, right? Keanu Reeves, you don't own my matrix. I don't spell May with a Y, right? M-A-I-A, said Maya. Calendar Aztec from Asna, from the council. So listen, in the shape, we all know the Titans had a trident, right? So the the 3 Macbeth witches from the Mac apple, right? You know it's our apple, right? So the symbol is the Beth witches trident. But this is not a fork in the road, because this would be a stupid ass road. You, the Beth witches, the trident, right? Because we're a paradise. Now you take a 5 paradise, right? And right, and that's the fourfold worlds with the electron in the middle. Because you know, a solar atom, atonement, or is it atonement for your testicles, men? So now an instrument tuning fork, Zeus has the Y chromosome. I'm Jesus, a female with a dude face. How you like that? Don't know forgiveness for you forefathers, right? Abraham, Rasputin. So the single, turn that into a Y, right? Udin, a W, right? Turns into the trident with 2 handles. Let me just show you this real quick. See? So you is a witch's ass, men, a male, semen, sperm, and spore, because they put it in our wheat, right? Because we're bimbo. They put out bimbo bread, right? Because you got to read the signs in your life. because we're just blondes, right? Because it's white bread, integral, sugar, right? With our sperm and our wheat, our spores, because sublime. It's just mushroom dick, right? Sporing us. So we'll never behold, even though it has your name tattooed on it, right? Because I put tattooed the lettering YOUR before Steve-O did it. Hey, Steve-O, Tyler, you want to stop getting in your daughter's DreamWorks? Because I'll kill you every time. I live, Burke. So, okay, so they gave me Ritalin, like the Riddler. Pretty much the same thing as the Joker, the Jester. I had an extra little ball on my hat for the queen. So now Grigory Rasputin adopted his name made up to unconceive his mother's ex-Chiron, which if you're into astrology, Lilith, I know you on here will appreciate this because you protect all things and kill all things manifested. A man from his father's surname of Vilken, right? The Veal system. Right, men selling off my girls for cattle in the Dow Jones. Right. So, a man who was pushed on the cross for everything. His mother was on the cross with him, right? XY chromosome. From his father, the son. The father and son in his ball sack, right? Well, guess what? Your daughter's not in your ball sack. Your son could be in your ball sack. Father-son team. Right? Norman Bates and Catherine Bates. Creepy-ass son and father God team. Creating God's uncles, nephews, and sons. Well, we don't care about your the nun said. Boom! We're just working on FS, right? FMS, radio waves, brain waves, frequencies, mega mind hertz. Thought Michelle fought for her. Dangerous Minds, a teacher, is a witch who teaches its spelling and grammar. Right? Apostrophe, apostle, possess me. So the cross for enlightenment, his mother from his father, the son freeing his mother from his father's obsession. So the Bible Belt, Orion, which is actually pronounced Orion, fighting the bull, which is actually a bovine longhorn ox from Texas. It's Nathan. So the belt of the whip, of the sugarcane, of the bamboo, of the torch, of the witches, of the duchess, right? Pennsylvania, right? Wendy from Aliens movie right now, right? We don't want to take care of you, lost boys. You need to get lost. But since you kept on coming back, even as the Bible, even as enlightened ones, even as aliens, we don't want to be with you, even as Janelle's alien intelligence, right? Victory for Rezuban, lesbians, in all insects, reptilian. Have you watched The Mandalorian or the DeLorean Back to the Future, where I gave Michael J. Fox the MS, the sadomasochism, muscular dystrophy. So I also gave it to my Uncle Clydesdale. I'm in Palmsdale right now. I don't mess around. I told my father, Shakyamuni, Theodore D.D. Roosevelt, Teddy D.D. Tilton, who died in 2012 when the Mayan calendar ended. My Mayan calendar, Wadhartha, the Chakra clan girls, the powder-proof girls, the crystal that Superman stole from us to manifest himself back into our reality. So I'm going to end this now. But the forehead is the foreheads going in and inhibiting the sun, or you call it the sun, right? Venus, Nusev. right? Tessa, right? Governor Newsom in the Hotel California of Californication, the foreheads of Mother Earth, right? Veil Girls. To me, that says Shami. Right? Shane from L Word. Right? Flash Dance. Flash Drive. Jennifer Beals. Red Zuban means lesbian. In Japanese, love, Jesus.